What's good, R&B Squad? This is Autumn Ruth. I trust that this message meets you guys in good spirits. If you are new here, welcome. We're happy to have you, and Jesus is, of course, always happier. So I have a word that comes from a dream that I had, and it also comes from some scripture that the Lord gave to me. So in this dream, this man was referring to this woman as his beloved. That's how he referred to her. And when he called her his beloved, there was so much emotion behind it. There was so much depth, like you can tell that he really meant it. And he was referring to her as his beloved in front of some people, and it seemed like the people did not, they were either surprised or they were offended by it. And that was the end of the dream. So the Lord led me to some scripture, and I'm just going to get right into the scripture, and then I'm going to get into the interpretation of the dream and the scripture that God gave me to accompany it. Okay, so I'm reading from Matthew chapter 20, verses 6 to 16. I'm going to put that in the description box as well. And about the 11th hour, he went out and found others standing idle and said to them, "Why have you been standing here idle all day?" They said to him, "Because no one has hired us." He said to them, "You also go into the vineyard, and whatever is right you will receive." So when evening had come, the owner of the vineyard said to his steward, "Call the laborers and give them their wages, beginning with the last to the first." And when those came who hired about the 11th hour, they each received a denarius. But when the first came, they supposed that they would receive more, and they likewise received the same. And when they had received it, they complained against the landowner, saying, "These last men have worked only 1 hour, and you made them equal to us who have borne the burden and heat of the day." But he answered one of them and said, "Friend, I am doing you no wrong. Did you not agree with me for a denarius? Take what is yours and go your way. I wish to give this to the last man the same as to you. Is it not lawful for me to do what I wish with my own things, or is your eye evil because I am good? So the last will be first, and the first last. For many are called, but few are chosen. Okay, so that's that scripture. And again, it's going to be in the description box so that you guys can read it on your own time. And it is interesting that the Lord would use this particular scripture to paint the picture that he wanted to paint for this particular kingdom spouse word. Okay? Now, how this connects to the dream is that for those who this is for, it is somebody that God just confirmed to you again, and this is how you're going to know that this is for you. God may have recently confirmed to you again that this person is the person you're supposed to marry, that this person is the person that he's chosen for you to marry. You may have gone before God, you may have had recent doubts once again, and the Lord once again confirmed to you, and he's confirmed to you multiple times, so that's how you'll know this is for you. He once again confirmed to you that this is the person that you're supposed to be married to. This is the person that you will marry, okay? And the thing about this person is there's a bit of a line. Do you see what I'm saying? And on your end, there's also a bit of a line. So when I say that there's a bit of a line, there may have been a lot of people interested in this person. And there may have been a lot of people interested in you. A lot of people that wanted to pursue a relationship with you, possibly wanted your hand in marriage or wanted you to ask them to marry them. Okay? And when they see your wife or your husband, and they see how much you love your wife or your husband, when the two of you come into union, a lot of people are going to be upset. They're going to be upset because they're going to wonder, where did she come from? Or where did he come from? Who is this Johnny or Jane come lately? And why does he or why does she get to spend the rest of their lives with this person? Why does he love her so much? Of all the women that he could have picked, why is she his beloved? Why does he love her so much? Or why does she love him so much? She had her pick of all these other guys. Or I was here first. I got here before him. I did this, this, and this. And why did she choose him over me? So it's a lot of people, and some of you already know what I'm talking about because you're not even in full union with this person yet. You may be in a situation where you guys come together and separate, because it's not the appointed time yet for you guys to come together fully. And it's people around you that are mad just for the brief moments that the two of you are come together. Y'all ain't even fully together yet, and people are already mad. They are already mad because they can see and feel the love between the two of you, even in the brief moments that you guys are together. Okay? So it's a lot of people that are going to be surprised, and it's a lot of people that are going to be upset. Some of the people that are going to be upset are exes and people from the past, people who feel like they invested in this person, maybe professionally, emotionally, and in the end it turned out that it wasn't them, and it ended up being you. But at the end of the day, God can only choose one husband for one wife, and that's it. And many may be called, or they may have thought that they were called to the position, but you are the one. You are the one who is chosen for it. So if there were some folk who invested in this person in the past, maybe they helped them build their career, maybe they helped them build their business, or whatever the case might be, I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, they should have consulted with God first before they did that for someone who wasn't their person. They should have consulted with God first before they went after someone who wasn't their person and decided to try to build with that person. Never try to build with someone when you don't even know if God chose that person for you. That is so important. I want you guys to remember that. Never start building with someone when you did not consult with God as to whether or not that is your person. Because except the Lord build the house, Jesus, I'm getting chills. Except the Lord built the house, they labor in vain that build it. Okay? So you can't be out here building with nobody and you don't even know if that's your person. That doesn't make any kind of sense. Always go to God first. And the thing is, even though people are going to be mad, you're the chosen one. Like Esther was chosen. Okay? You're the chosen one. It doesn't matter. Hey, there was a whole bunch of women before Esther. For all of you Esthers out there, it was a whole bunch of women that went into King A before Esther. Esther was the one that stole his heart, even though she came after all of them. So I hope that this message blessed someone. I love you guys. I will be back with another word as soon as the Lord releases me. Take care.